It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, there are some echoes of their finish last season and what we're seeing this year. They're ninth in the East, very close to where they wound up a season ago. And tonight we'll be seeing Andre Drummond, pound for pound, one of the toughest players in the game, a monster in the post. Guys, is he the most physically punishing player in the league, Shaq?
Yes, the amount of space he takes up in the middle is impressive. He shrugs off all sorts of contact inside.
Well, he's got a blend of size and explosiveness, which is kind of unique. I haven't really seen a big man ever with size and explosiveness ever.
I can't really recall anybody either, Kenny. It's an excellent point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm racking my brain going back years and years and years in this league, and I can't think of a guy who is as physically punishing and intimidating just when you look at him.
And you think about it. You could look around, there's pictures of players all in this room, and I still can't see anyone who has that kind of culture.
Whoa. What?
Take it back to Kevin, Ernie.
Okay.
Oh, Shaq was pretty imposing.
No, don't say it now. It's too late.
That's
right. No, it's too late. I don't want to hear it.
Right behind Andre Drummond. You got my vote.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We are live from the home of the Pistons, Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Joining us from the sideline. And for the Pistons, we've got another hometown game here in Detroit. They just haven't been able to buy a break lately. 5 of their last 6 games have been losses.
You know, sometimes during the season, Kevin, as long as it is, teams just go through that blasé period. And that's basically what I sense is going on here. You can't put a finger on any one or two things. It's just a matter of it not clicking and trying to figure it out.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, Stan Van Gundy was the head coach in Miami, Orlando, and now Detroit. Now he's promised his wife that this is the last stop. He said, I wanted one more shot at it. I've got a great owner, and I should be able to get it turned around in the time that he's given me. If I don't, I don't. But this will be the last one. Kevin?
And D.A., it's obvious that Stan has a real love for the game. Here's hoping he turns that storied franchise around. And these teams both rich with young talent. They are up-and-comers.
Yeah, they get up and down. And young teams, you love watching them the first quarter through the third quarter. It's the fourth quarter where they start to make mistakes. But then you look back and you'll see these guys will mature. These are the young guys who are the future of the NBA.
Fun, isn't it, Steve, to watch them grow and develop?
It is. I mean, you look at them from a rookie, and the next thing you know, 10, 12 years from now, they're still there.
It'll be the Nets off the tip. So the Nets starting 5. Zeller is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Damari Carroll. Then it's Russell. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. Here's Zeller. Tries again. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Zeller's got the opening basket of the game for Brooklyn. Down low. And Drummond gets it to go on the assist by Smith.
Even though Drummond has been extending his range, this is where he makes his living, in the painted area.
Offensive rebound, Russell. Good D by Drummond. Brooklyn on defense. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
They demonstrated a real tenacity on the glass and made their presence felt. We'll see if they can repeat that kind of play.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Drummond sets the screen for Smith and stolen by Russell. Here's Dinwiddie, rips down the breakaway slam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Basket good.
The defense late to react. A beautiful play we just saw.
They get a hand on it.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Bradley with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And Drummond kicks to Smith. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Hollis Jefferson, good.
And you love how Russell keeps his eyes up, rarely misses a guy when he's free.
The Pistons have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Smith dishes to Bradley. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Bradley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Hollis Jefferson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you'll hear some say the sleeper of that 2015 draft was Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. I mean, a fractured ankle his rookie season limited him to just those 29 games. But when healthy, he's shown he can be a force defensively.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And Greg, what separates Hollis Jefferson, do you think, as an NBA defender?
Physicality, quickness to go along with anticipation. I mean, with his pressure D, he's able to suffocate perimeter players and rack up steals. And don't forget versatility. He's a guy that can guard multiple positions, and that's a huge asset for any team.
And he sinks the second.
And, of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward. Oh! Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. To the middle, here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man. Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
Here's Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington. Drummond sets the screen for Smith. Here's Harris. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 4th assist in this one. The Nets with the lead. There's Hollis Jefferson. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Harris. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
An all-around handful to deal with. Tobias with a strong move for the potential +1.
And Tobias Harris, the former Tennessee Volunteer. You would think a player who has been so efficient, Steve, on offense his whole career wouldn't have bounced around as much as he has.
It is surprising how much he's changed teams. Always a factor on offense, and he doesn't need many touches. If I'm a coach, I love to have him as an option.
That's good from Harris.
Crazy for Tobias Harris after signing a massive $64 million contract in 2015. He was traded just a few months later. Doesn't happen like that very often. See, this is how you dictate the flow of the game. He's been lit this quarter.
Poke loose. They double him with Russell. To the paint. And again, it's Tobias Harris. Harris has got 9 points. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Wizards.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Communication seemed to be missing, and if you want to come away with a lot of wins, you have to have that.
And Smith gets double-teamed. Lets it go with a 3. Harris missing again. Nets leading by 3. There's Hollis Jefferson. Zeller. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. To the inside. Shoots it up. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Drummond's got his second basket of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And as we get into the meat of the NBA season, wear and tear starting to factor in for rotation players. It's funny just how hard can playing 36 minutes a night, every game be in a body.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of wear and tear, and a lot of times you get a chance to see it at the end of the season and the playoffs. So if you can keep some of these star players and all players around 36, 35, 34, and then let them play a little bit longer in playoffs, that's what you're trying to do as a coaching staff.
I'm looking back here. You played almost 40 minutes a game back in the late 90s. Wow.
That's why I'm sitting here right next to you right now, Kevin.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Zeller with it. He's picked up by Drummond. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Carroll doesn't throw it down too often, but he's more than capable, as he showed there.
Here's Smith. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Harris outside. Bullock kicks to Drummond. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The pass to Bullock. Up again. Rebound, Brooklyn. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, and some nights, you know, the starters carry the load, and then there's others when it's about the bench. That night, the bench won out.
Sometimes when you go to your second unit, sometimes the offense can bog down. Not that night.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
And DeMarre Carroll, a 4-year college player, 5 actually, when you consider he had to sit out a season after transferring from Vanderbilt to the University of Missouri.
And DeMarre Carroll nicknamed the Junkyard Dog for his relentless play.
Well, he's a physical player. He can rebound his position. But what he's known for is being able to defend multiple positions, 2s, 3s, and even some 4s.
With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and back court for Detroit.
And really, their guards have been the ones that have done the bulk of the passing and shot creation. Sometimes the ball handlers will look to score more down the stretch. We'll see if that becomes more of a focus.
Smith drawn the double team. Down low. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Tobias Harris. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's putting up about 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Smith kicks to Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And it's gotten to this point, Drummond finishing with authority on a consistent basis.
Here's Carroll. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Carroll's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Smith kicks to Harris. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's Carroll. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And really, the first 3 or 4 seasons of his career, DeMarre Carroll was kind of a fringe rotation player. I think once his three-point shooting took form in Atlanta, that's when his value as a player skyrocketed.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And for DeMarre Carroll, able to hit the 3, but it all starts for him, Greg, at the defensive end.
Yeah, he can be an intimidator on that side of the ball, and with his lockdown mentality defensively, he only needs to provide complementary scoring to be a key contributor.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. He hits the second from the line. Well, the league has long had a rookie orientation program. People rave about it. It continues to develop and evolve. More recently, Steve, they've created a program for players transitioning to retirement. This is an outstanding idea. What's important with that in your eyes?
I'm glad you brought that up, Kevin. I think the rookie orientation should even start even earlier. I think it should start at the college level. Not saying that everybody's going to make it to the NBA, but it helps you what they give you just in a game of life. And then transitioning to retirement, I think it should be the first day you sign that NBA contract, the transition should start, because it could end with an injury. And obviously we know even if you play a lengthy career, in 10 or 12 years is over.
Like if you were going to talk to a young player and if the player said, Steve, give me one thing that I need to remember as I go through my career and then it ends. What's the one thing, piece of advice you would feed to a young player about what's going to be at the end of this journey?
Well, I think first of all, there's a couple things, Kevin, and I have to answer. First, you got to keep your value system. Second, financially, you got to understand is make it simple as possible. You're not going to be able to live on the same type of salary for the rest of your life. So if you have a contract, say $20 million, in a simple way, divide that up for like 50 years, because that's how much you're going to need to be able to live off on.
Johnson can't get it to go.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Bikes the pass to Tolliver. To the inside, Moreland. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Count that bucket.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Here's Galloway. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Tolliver with the bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
The shot by Carroll, no good. Pistons trail by 11. Poked away. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Drops in the breakaway layup. Russell's got 6 points.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And Smitty, you retired back in what, 2005? Do you still get a chance to play pickup from time to time?
You know, we play pickup, Kevin. Yes, in 2005 I retired. Some guys I get a chance to play with in Atlanta: Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Charles Oakley, Tony Delk. So we have a great group. Other than that, we're real old and have gray hair. But now it's got uglier and uglier. We play about 1 or 2 games, and we let our kids pick up the rest.
Smitty, I can see maybe speed and quickness going because of age, but I bet the shot is always still pretty much there, correct?
The shot is still there, and the fouling has gone up to another level.
Allen's checked in for the Nets. This is a good chance here to look at the teams with the most second chance points of the season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. 5th on the list, the Pistons.
One of the better rebounding teams in the league, especially on the offensive end. They never take that for granted in terms of whether the shot's going in.
And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Basket good. He's got 8.
Everyone on D looks a step slow in transition as they keep getting beat down the floor.
Kicks it to Bikes. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. And D'Angelo Russell again. Russell's got 10.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Kennard, he's checked in for Dwight Bikes. We've got 1:23 left in the first. Here's Russell. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And happy to take it up inside. You see Russell under control and in charge.
To the middle. Here's Kennard. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Nets leading by 19. And it's Okafor off the drive. They get it back. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Detroit gets called for the foul. The Nets have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6. 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Here's Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Here's Galloway. He's guarded by Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. Last touched by Allen. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. Shot clock at 2. Tolliver kicks to Galloway. Detroit, no good that time either.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Allen laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Allen's got 5 points so far.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage, bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there, not a lot of solutions.
And so it's Brooklyn, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
These guys have quick hands. You have to protect the ball around all of them.
The Pistons shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game.
You know, when you see a Stan Van Gundy team, you know that defense will be a key for them. He has handpicked his players here in Detroit. It's one of Van Gundy's trademarks, as well as what the Pistons franchise has been known.
Oh, my goodness.
Where did that come from?
I loved it.
That was beautiful.
Loved it.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line. That's on D'Angelo Russell. Well, Steve, with all the sharpshooters in the league right now, we'll always see the pick and roll. It's never going to go away. Usually it was a small and a big. A guard getting the screen, the big then rolling inside and getting the pass. But now because the players are sometimes, we see smaller lineups, a lot of guards on the floor, 3 guards at a time. Sometimes you do see a guard-to-guard pick and roll. You see different sizes combining with the most standard play in the league.
You're totally right, Kevin. You look at the pick and roll, the hardest play to defend, and now we have the pick and pop. The bigs are not rolling, and like you said, we have guard-to-guard pick and roll. You want to just create a mismatch, and because of all the spacing, it's so hard because when a guy rolls down the lane, there's such a long run for defenders now. So that's why the pick and roll is great, especially with the new defensive rules. You can't be in a lane, so it opens it up even more.
Okafor's gotten 3 of his 5 shots to go here. Galloway dishes to Tolliver. There's the double team with Allen. Here's Moreland. Rebounded by the Nets.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. The feed to Tolliver. No one near him. And that's good for 2. Tolliver's got 5 points so far. And it's Okafor off the drive. Kept alive. And finally they hit one.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Knocks it loose. And they're pushing it up. Jumps up, and Okafor slams it in.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Inside. Kept alive. Moreland with the bucket.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
The baseline J. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Harris on the double team. Pass to Kennard. Tolliver kicks to Moreland. Another shot. He lays it in. 10 points for him.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
Here's Harris. The shot misses. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Pistons have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Passes it to Kennard. On the wing, Johnson shoots a 3. LeVert grabs the miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Here's Harris. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
And the Bad Boy Pistons, perhaps the greatest group this franchise has put together and also one of the most memorable in the history of the NBA. Smitty, you played against some of those guys. What was that like?
Well, first of all, Kevin, I got a chance to grow up in Detroit, watching these guys, being around them, being able to practice. I mean, they were a total tight group. They had some great characters in Lambeer and Rodman and Sally and Dumars and Isaiah and the Microwave. But they played extremely hard, and obviously the style of play was defense, rebound, and put you on your butt.
So both teams changing it up here. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Nets.
Well, they say the mid-range game is a dying art form, but after looking at this shot chart, they are injecting a ton of life into it. Whatever space is being offered up to them in the mid-range, they have accepted and have continually knocked down shots to make the defense pay.
Here's Bullock. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Bullock's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Dishes to Smith. He's looking for Drummond and finds him.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
You know what? Controlling the pace, being patient, great vision. We're seeing it all tonight.
Pass to Kennard. Up and in on the layup.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
He had just enough breathing room around the basket, and he found a way to convert it.
The Pistons have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Smith outside. And the pass to Kennard. Here's the break. Here's Dinwiddie. Here's Zeller. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Smith the pass to Bullock. Zeller with the double team. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Now the shooting guards you see listed there have been the ultra-reliable players for the past month. Take a look at their percentages from the field during that time. Bradley's checked in for Kennard. Net shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Here's Zeller. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 15 points for Tyler Zeller. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To the middle. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Because of his versatility, Tobias Harris can score in a number of ways, and tonight it's been in volume.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
One shot, mind the lanes.
That's good from Harris. So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
To the paint, here's Drummond. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And that's a good pass by Ish Smith. When he's in there, he does a great job of steering the drink for this offense. And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
He kicks it to Bullock. Another 3 for Detroit.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Andre Drummond picks one up. For Brooklyn, they have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Some players will actually surprise you with their athleticism after they come into the league. They make that next step. Any guys, Smitty, that became more athletic once they arrived that you have seen in the league?
You know, that's interesting. Draymond Green has gotten more athletic. I think he's lost a lot of weight and put himself in a position to play a little bit more above the rim and with his quickness. That's the one guy that sticks out. I will say a guy that I've been marveling about, Kevin, is Jabari Parker. After his injury, it seemed like his athleticism has gone to another level. Delivering these passes in tight quarters, that's tricky.
And the jam by Tyler Zeller.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Smith drawn the double team to the inside. Here's Drummond. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 14 points for Drummond.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
A nice shot by Zeller.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Here's Drummond. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Fires for 3. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
The defender was pretty much helpless right there. His man had a clear height advantage, and he got the exact kind of shot he wanted.
Smith dishes to Drummond. Back to Smith. Takes the 13-footer, and there's another one for the Pistons.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Zeller. Makes it off the glass. Zeller's got 25 points.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
Smith kicks to Drummond. There's the 3. Smith, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Detroit's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
And a quick check of the stats for Drummond. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. First in rebounding, 4th in steals, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Back to Smith. He feeds it to Harris. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Carroll gets it to go.
With this length and frame, Carroll is such a hard assignment when he's pushing towards the rim.
Out left to the wing. Here's the 3. They get it back. Drummond. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. For several years, you've looked at Andre Drummond, and the first word that comes to mind is potential. He is still learning, still developing, certainly, but you wonder, Steve, if he's starting to approach the type of player he's going to be in Plateau.
Let's be clear. He's a great player, but people might have overshot what he could have been. Needs to play with a bit more urgency, but he's still young, and he can make another leap in his play.
And he can't get the first one.
A 5-star recruit out of high school, Drummond, one of the more talented centers we have in the game.
Dwight Bikes, he's checked in for Detroit. The Nets also changing it up. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for Nick Stauskas. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Dinwiddie. And he's good on the second.
Do you see the frame on Andre Drummond? Easy for me to see why he can shed off so many defenders inside. He's incredibly strong, hard to stop when he gets near the rim.
Detroit's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Bikes kicks to Bullock. The Pistons working the ball around now. Sinks it, and the shot from Bikes.
Assertive in the painted area. This is what every coach preaches.
And the strength of Andre Drummond, you talked about it, Steve. It's not just upper body, but lower body as well. He can open up a lot of space if he gets the ball down low.
Once he gets it in the paint, there's nothing you can do. His footwork off the block is coming along well. It's a process for him to refine his moves.
And stolen by Zeller. Here's Russell. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Feeds it to Bikes. And stolen by Russell. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And the shot falls short this time.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Count it, good. Harris has got 16.
And defensively, you have to close out fast on Harris in that in-between area.
Here's Russell. Knocks down the 10-footer.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Bikes kicks to Bradley. The dish to Bikes. They double him with Russell. Here's Bradley. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Inside in traffic, Bradley doesn't care. Feels he can score now in any situation.
Here's Russell. He can't get that one. Good D by Drummond. Right side Bradley. Bikes in the corner. He dishes it to Drummond. And that one is off. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Zeller passes to Russell. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Russell's got 8 here in the quarter.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Kicks to Bikes. Rebound, Brooklyn. Zeller's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Hollis Jefferson.
Clearly a foul.
2 shots. 2.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And when you look at what the Pistons have done, pretty clear this is a team that has a vision of who they want to be. Strong defensively, really good at rebounding the basketball, and I think deliberate and patient on the offensive side of the floor.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Moreland's checked in. Tolliver comes in for Tobias Harris. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Bradley. He's perfect from the line this time.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
That's tipped. Bikes kicks to Tolliver. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Okafor is checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okafor. There's 25 seconds left here in the second. Okafor comes in with the double team. Bikes dishes to Tolliver. There's the feed to Bikes. Pass to Galloway. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Tolliver. Here's Bikes. They get it again. Moreland with the bucket. Moreland's got 8 points here in this quarter.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it's Shaq-like?
That's a good one.
Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We'll see you later.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Really an incredible game from Tyler Zeller.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
He did a nice job reading their plays as they were developing. His anticipation was off the charts.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Inside, it's Harris and Drummond. Smith and Bradley are together in the backcourt, and it's Bullock in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Now here's Carroll. He's guarded closely. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Carroll's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Nets. And, well, Detroit shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Here's Smith. Here's the screen. Smith drawn the double team. Off the pick. And Bradley gets it to go on the assist by Smith. That's 7 points for Avery Bradley.
A tough guy to guard. Avery Bradley with a terrific burst coming off screens.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. To the middle. That's tipped. That one a little long. The Nets shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. And the basket is good.
And how about the unselfishness of Carroll? You know, he's not hunting shots, just making winning plays.
Floats one, and it's finished off by Smith as he lays it in. Smith's got 6.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Hollis Jefferson. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
You know what? It's two competing philosophies. One team playing it close to the vest, the other fast and loose.
Now Smith. He has 6. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Drummond.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
It's Carroll on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 11 points in the game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Passes it to Bradley. Out to the wing. Here's Bullock. And it's off from three-point range. The Nets have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Banked in off the glass. Hollis Jefferson's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Inside. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Confident scoring effort by Drummond tonight. Feels like he has everything working to his advantage.
And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Smith outside. Down low. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Hollis Jefferson, good.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
Drummond, poked loose, and stolen by Zeller. Dishes to Russell. Shoots over Bradley. Second chance shot, and it's laid up and in by Carroll. Carroll's got 13 points.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
Bradley with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Pass to Drummond. He kicks it to Bullock. Pistons passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Bradley, no one around him. Detroit, no good that time either.
And Avery Bradley won the national high school title at Findlay Prep and was considered a top 5 prospect. Some had him even at number 1, and still after one season at Texas, he fell to the Celtics at 19 in that 2010 draft.
Here's Carroll. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Carroll's got 8 here in the quarter.
Carroll can be so patient inside. Great timing on that play.
Smith outside. Smith drawn the double team. It's stolen by Carroll. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Here's Zeller, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And that one falls for Zeller. And the Nets adding their own G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets.
Yeah, and the Nets franchise originally, remember, based in Long Island. So nice to have that homecoming. And of course, with young talent development so critical for this Nets organization, having that minor league team in close proximity, very valuable.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Smith the pass to Harris. He feeds it to Drummond. 6 to shoot. Out to Smith. This one for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Smith's got 9 points.
And this is the shot Smith's been working on. Hard to get time in the backcourt these days if you can't hit it from range.
The pass to Kennard. Smith kicks to Harris. Back to Smith. It's deflected. They retain possession. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Zeller. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Kennard. Detroit, no good that time either. Brooklyn in control. And it's Harris off the drive. Makes it off the glass. He's got 8.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Smith kicks to Harris. And it's blocked.
You could just see the reach that Carroll has on that defensive play. Nice block.
Here's Stauskas. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Stauskas has got his first 2 points.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Smith kicks to Harris. Feeds to Bullock. The dish to Smith. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. That's tipped. Here's Dinwiddie. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Attacking the rim, Tobias with a solid vertical to do this.
Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got 8 rebounds in this game. And Drummond throws it down.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Pistons second.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
And Smith gets double-teamed. Here's Kennard. That's tipped. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. They grab their own miss. The shot comes out. Detroit's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Smith kicks to Bullock. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Bullock's got 9 points.
Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. And there's the feed to Drummond. It's good.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
The Detroit shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And a new group in for the Nets. Okafor is checked in for Tyler Zeller. Allen comes in for Damari Carroll. LeVert's checked in for Nick Stauskas. And it's Alan Crabb in for Spencer Dinwiddie.
One shot.
Free throw, good, Drummond. And so many great Pistons over the years. You think back to the bad boy era and all throughout the great history of this franchise. Smitty, you grew up in the era. Was there a Piston you modeled your game after growing up?
Yeah, there were. There were two guys, and Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas. You could see their impact both these players had on both ends of the floor. They were interchangeable. They both can handle, can shoot. And what I love is the chemistry they had between those two, and they are good friends of mine.
Two.
The first free throw is good. And the Pistons making a change here. Moreland's checked in. And Harris drops them both. And last season, the final season for the Pistons, Smitty, playing at the Palace of Auburn Hills, as much as you love the new arena, it's always sad to say goodbye to an old friend. What was it like playing at the Palace of Auburn Hills, Steve, when you were in the game?
You know, I loved it because I'm from Detroit, the hometown, and those guys had that place rocking. It was state of the art when they first built it. But if you look right now, is because I'm a Detroit native, they're playing inside of Detroit. The pass is a pass, but it was a great pass.
Bikes kicks to Tolliver. Okafor grabs the miss. The net shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. 14 feet away. No good off the front iron. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Bikes dishes to Tolliver. Here's Bikes, guarded by Harris. Bikes, the pass to Tolliver. Here's the three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Okafor. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Tolliver's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Bikes kicks to Moreland. There's the triple. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway's got 6.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
He dishes it to Tolliver. Pass to Bikes. Kicks it to Tolliver. On the wing, Johnson. Here's Bikes. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Up by a bunch, he's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you'd think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Okafor, rebound, Detroit. Moreland's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Galloway dishes to Bikes. Here's Johnson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
A nice job of converting, but what really makes this play, the league pass.
1:10 left in the third. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He's got 6.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Bikes, guarded by Harris. Passes it to Tolliver for 3, and another 3 for Detroit.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Here's LeVert. Again, the Nets for two.
The mid-range area, perfect place to use your size advantage.
Detroit's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Down low, off the screen, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Galloway, no good. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. From deep, Johnson, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's Brooklyn, holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another and are simply running away with this one. We'll return shortly. Let's listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
Just relax and play the game. Relax and play the game. Relax and play the game.
In case they forgot that, of course, from very invigorating words from Stan Van Gundy, repeating what he'd like to see more of them right now.
Yeah, and I think Coach feels they're getting too caught up in things that don't matter. Resetting their mindsets here. Let's see if it helps.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Allen. Crabbe is out there with Whitehead. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's LeVert in at the small forward. And the initial rules for the NBA include that 6 personal fouls is the magic number before you're done for the game. It's been this way since, who can remember? But do you think 6 is the right number, Steve, for fouls? Or would you like to see them raise or lower it?
I definitely wouldn't want to see them raise it. I think 7 would be too much. Maybe if they lower it, that's a possibility. But right now I think it's 6. Maybe 5, or maybe you can experiment during some preseason games or in Summer League. But I think 6 should be the maximum.
Allen, no good on the free throw. Poked away, and, Detroit shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Here's Galloway. It's stolen by Allen. 14 feet away. Here's LeVert. It's rebounded by Moreland.
That's just 2 tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
They double-team Johnson. Dishes to Moreland. Out left to the wing. The 3. Hands it from downtown.
I can't understand in the midst of a game you leave an elite shooter this wide open.
Bikes kicks to Johnson. It's stolen by Allen. And they're pushing it up. Lets it go from 14. They get it back. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Bikes in the corner, tries a 3. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 5 rebounds tonight. A baseline J. Goes back up. That shot off. And it's Detroit the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home. Back to Galloway. Pass to Bikes. Clock at 6. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Tries from 16. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it, and they're running. Here's LeVert. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Kennard, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. And the Nets making a change here as well. Stauskas is checked in.
Shooting one.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Kennard. Pistons passing it around. Johnson kicks to Moreland. 5 to shoot. The Pistons rebound. Marjanovic. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Feeds to Bikes. With some arc. Allen with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Count it.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Kennard, the pass to Bikes. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Detroit. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. It's stolen, and here's the fast break. Shot's good by Whitehead. Whitehead's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. They need this. Detroit, no good that time either.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him.
Two.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. And the Pistons with possession here. Here's Bikes. In the corner, Marjanovic with it to the inside. Moreland with the bucket.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
Here's Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
The Pistons have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. There's the double team with Allen. Knocked loose. Stolen by Allen. The finish, and it's Allen with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
There's the screen. That's tipped. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Here's Bikes. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, giving away possessions here and really giving away the game.
The Nets making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And the Nets with possession here. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. The quick look, no good that time.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
2 shots, foul. 2.
Shooting free throws.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 20-6 run. That one falls.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Bradley. The rebound by the Nets. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. Okafor gets the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Outside Bradley. It's stolen by Stauskas. Here's the break. Here's Okafor. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
And, well, Detroit shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. It's good from long range.
Good open look. Avery looking poised with the ball in his hands, making decisions.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. To the wing right side, Kennard. Offensive rebound. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And the Pistons making a change here. Smith has checked in. Harris has checked in for the Nets. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
To the wing on the left. Kennard, the pass to Bradley. Poked loose and stolen by Harris. Here's Stauskas. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Two.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Stauskas. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. There's the pick. Pass to Kennard. Left side, Bradley. The 3-ball. Sinks the 3-pointer.
Beautiful execution, the rhythm, the timing, and Avery's a good finisher off the catch.
It's rebounded by Moreland. Moreland's got 8 rebounds in this game. Inside, here's Bradley. Rebound by Stauskas. Brooklyn in control. Whitehead's shot is off.
You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
Smith outside. It's Bradley on the wing. The Pistons working the ball around now. 4 on the clock. Here's Kennard. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Whitehead. Goes back up. And Harris puts it in.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backboard.
There's a good screen. Smith drawing the double team. To the paint. Here's Bradley. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And what I like about Avery at the guard position, he's unafraid to challenge the interior.
Hollis Jefferson, good.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Inside, here's Moreland. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Rebound, Detroit.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touched by Allen. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Bradley. And a change for the Nets. Okafor is checked in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Detroit's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Smith, the pass to Kennard. Pistons keep it alive. Here's Johnson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Stanley Johnson, the youngster out of Arizona, grew up in Los Angeles where he was the high school player of the year. You know, Steve, he hasn't had the easiest time adjusting to the NBA, but he certainly has room to improve, and right now the offense just isn't there for him.
You know, the question is, people are saying, is time ticking away for Stanley to prove that he's a rotation player? He's kind of predictable on offense. People pushes him to go right because he only goes right. Just hasn't developed the way the team was hoping for.
And that one falls for Johnson. Langston Galloway's checked in for Detroit. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Net shooting has been just great in the fourth quarter, 54%. Here's Okafor, and Okafor slams it in.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Passes it to Marjanovic. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Nets shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. Here's Whitehead. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
Smith dishes to Galloway. There's the double team with Allen.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Galloway. Pass to Marjanovic. Yes, that goes in. Marjanovic has got 4 points now in the quarter. Harris with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. And it's good for 2.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Tyler Zeller.
When it comes to protecting the rim, there are numerous ways to do that. The most exciting of those, just send shots back. And that's what he did tonight in volume.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Galloway kicks to Moreland. Back to Galloway. There's the pick. Smith outside. He kicks it to Johnson. 5 on the clock. The Pistons rebound.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game. I like to see that. Taking it up strong in traffic.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're leading. 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Tyler Zeller.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Abs check in for Brooklyn. Here's Crabb. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Over Johnson. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
And Allen slams it in.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Marjanovic, no good. Now here's Okafor. But they recover it.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.